In the money card, you bet it all, lower than the king. But if the next card comes up an ace, it's the blues you'll sing on Card Sharks. This is the game where a single turn of the card can win you over $32,000 in cash. Now, here's your host, the star of Card Sharks, Brandon Scrana. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to episode number 1 of season 1 here of Card Sharks here on MVG Productions. Glad to have you with us. Alright, the game of High-Low is finally arrived and is making its debut now here on my channel, and we have two great contestants here ready to go at it, see which one's going to have a share at the money cards and the chance to win over $32,000 in cash. So let's meet our players right now, starting with our first player playing the red position to start. We have Boris. Boris, welcome in.
Hello.
Alright, remind everybody at home a little bit about yourself.
My name is Boris. Watching game shows from all the world. I never participate on the real game show, but I really want to. And I come from Poland.
Oh, fantastic.
Instead of most of guys.
Awesome. Well, fantastic. Glad to have you with us here today. Good luck to you here with the cards. And playing against you, our second player tonight is Brody. Brody, welcome in. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Brandon.
Fantastic. Tell the YouTube audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Brody Young. I'm originally from Ontario here in Canada. I especially love game shows, especially the Joker's Wild, Card Sharks, and even Sale of the Century. I'm also a video game player. I play lots of video games, and believe it or not, I was a Black Ops 2 tournament winner when I was in my school.
Awesome. Really, that's a really fun game. Especially love zombie mode on that one, personally.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, well, anyway, good luck to you both here in Card Sharks. You know, guys, how this works. Your objective is to call higher or lower successfully across your roll of cards in each round. For each game that you win, it's going to get you $250. Of course, it takes 2 games to win the match. And go on to the money cards where a single turn of the card can win you $32,000 in cash. All right? So best of luck to you both in this first game of Card Sharks. And of course, we're going to start with the player in the red position first. And Boris, that is going to be you. And we start with this question. All right, we surveyed 100 people and we asked them, would you rather spend the rest of your life in prison or spend the rest of your life as a slave? How many of 100 people said they'd rather spend the rest of their life in prison?
29.
29 out of 100? All right, Brody, higher or lower than 29?
Well, I know a lot of people would probably spend the rest of their life in jail because, after all, if they committed a crime, then that would be a possibility. So I would say that would be lower.
You're going to say lower as well? All right.
Yes.
So even less than that. All right, let's see. The actual number of people that would rather spend their life in prison versus spending their life as a slave is 59. It's not lower.
Whoa!
Very interesting to see. All right, Boris, you gotta get control of your cards first. Let's take a look at your base card. It's a 2.
Oh boy.
Remember, in this game, aces are high and deuces are low.
Higher.
All right, going on higher than the 2. We have a 9.
Lower.
Risky and on, going on lower than the 9. No, it's an ace.
Oh.
You lose those 2 cards. And we go to our blue. Blue player Brody. That means you get to play off this base card. You cannot change it. It's a 7.
Okay, I'll go lower.
Lower than 7. No, it's an ace. You lose that card.
Dang it.
All right, each player is still stuck with their base card. As we go to question number 2, which goes to Brody. All right, Brody, we asked 100 people, and if there was an emergency, who would you rather save? Would you rather save your mom or yourself? How many of 100 people said they'd rather save themselves?
Wow. Okay. I don't think that would be somewhere of a high number because a lot of people would probably save their family members first, and then try to save themselves next. So I would say that would be a pretty much of a low number. I'll say, uh, 17.
17 out of 100 was the alarm. Boris, higher or lower than 17?
Higher.
You're going to go higher than 17. All right. The actual number of people that would rather save themselves versus saving their mother is 24. It's just a little bit higher.
I 7.
All right, Boris, you get control of the cards. You still got that deuce.
Higher.
I'm not going to change it. Going on higher than a 2. It's a 4.
Higher.
Going on higher than the 4. It's a queen.
Lower.
Oh, let's get lower than the queen. No, it's another queen.
Oh,
Lose back to the base card. Brody to get another free shot with a 7.
that was tough luck there. I'm gonna go. Let's go higher this time.
All right, higher than the 7. It's an 8, right up the middle.
Okay. I think I'm gonna freeze on that 8.
I don't blame you there. Taking the 1 card advantage there. Needing 3 cards to win this round. Boris still on his base card. As we go to question number 3, which goes back to you, Boris. Boris, we asked 100 people. Would you rather live in a random country every single day or live in one country of your choosing for the rest of your life? How many of the 100 people said they'd rather live in a random country every single day?
Let's see. 56.
56 out of 100 say they'd rather be in a different country every day. Brody, higher or lower than 56?
Well, if people live in a random country for the rest of their life, then they'll probably have more time to explore the different landscapes, and basically other people would who would live in the same country would pretty much just get the idea. So I'll say lower.
No, lower. All right. Actual number of people who would rather live in a random country every day versus living in a country of their choosing for the rest of their lives is 35. It is lower.
30.
All right, Brody.
Right.
You can control the cards. You have an 8 there, but you won the question. You have the right to change that base card if you'd like.
I'm gonna change that 8.
All right, we're going to change that 8 with the next card off the top of your deck. That 8 now becomes a 3.
All right, I'll go higher.
Higher than a 3. It's a 6.
Ooh, oh, that's not too bad of a card, but I think I'm gonna freeze it there.
I'll freeze it there, keeping Boris away from that too. We're needing 2 cards left to win this first round, and we've come to our final question of the round. Someone must win on this play of the cards. Final question of this first round goes to you, Brody. We asked 100 people, would you rather have 75% more body hair or have no body hair at all? How many of 100 people said they'd rather have no body hair at all?
Wow, I mean, no body hair at all. Well, unless if you're trying to get a girlfriend, then that would pretty much be like a good thing. So I should say that would be pretty much like a high number. I would say like pretty much a high number. I think I would say let's go with 65.
65 out of 100 said they... Oh, alright, wrong spot there. Yeah, 65 out of 100 goes there. There we go. Boris, higher or lower than 65?
Lower.
Going on risk lower than 65. Alright. The actual number of people who would rather have no body hair at all versus having 75% more body hair is... 70. It's not lower.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Smooth as the day they were born, apparently, is the style to go at this point. All right, Brody, here's the situation. You've got the 6. You won the question. You have the right to change it. If you go for it, you need 2 cards to win. Otherwise, Boris needs 4 cards to win. So the choice is yours right now. Do you want to play it or pass?
I think I'm gonna pass it to Boris.
All right, Boris, you've got to call all 4 cards correctly. If you do that, you win game 1 of the match.
Okay, higher.
All right, going off higher than the 2. It's a 7.
Lower.
Going on lower than the 7. No, it is a 9, and Brody wins game 1 of the match.
Well, it's a good thing I passed.
There you go. Congratulations to you, Brody. You got yourself $250. You are now, for winning that round, you have 1 game up over Boris. You need 1 more game in order to go on and play the money cards. With that, we're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll have game 2 to see if Boris can come back and tie it up. So stay tuned with us. Once you more Card Sharks on the way. Welcome back into Card Sharks here. Brody, winning that first game of the match, has picked himself $250 in cash. Needs 1 more game to win. Boris trying to catch back up and get back in this game as we start game number 2 here. And we start with this first question. This one goes to you, Boris. All right, Boris, we asked 100 people, would you rather own your own boat or own your own plane? How many of the 100 people said they'd rather own a boat?
43.
43? All right, 43 out of 100, he says, would rather own their own boat. Brody, higher or lower than 43?
Well, if you own your own boat, then you pretty much you could go anywhere in the water. You could go fishing. You could just go for a nice sail across the water. If you own a plane, then you pretty much have to you have your own responsibility for refueling it, make sure it's clean. So I would say it'll be higher than 43.
Going higher than 43. All right, we'll see. Actual number of people that'd rather own a boat versus owning their own plane is 21. It's not higher. Boris.
Whoa!
All right, Boris, you can control your cards first this time. Let's take a look at your base card, which is going to be an ace.
Lower.
Going on lower than the ace. It's a 7.
Freeze.
Gonna freeze. All right. Keeping Brody away from the cards as he needs this game to tie up the match. Let's go to question number 2. Brody, this one's for you. We asked 100 people on this one. Next question. We asked them, would you rather always get first dibs or always get the last laugh? How many of 100 people said they'd rather get the last laugh than the first dib?
Well, if you get first dibs on something, then it's pretty much guaranteed yours. If you get the last laugh, then like if someone like screws up something, then pretty much you'll get the last laugh. I'll say dead in the middle, 50, 5-0.
50, right up the middle. All right, Boris, higher or lower than 50?
A little higher.
This is a little higher than that. All right, coin toss on this one as we look at the actual number of people that would rather get the last laugh versus always getting first dibs is 69. It is higher.
Oh, oh man, that number.
Nicely done, Boris. You got control of the cards again. You have that 7. You can change it if you'd like.
I would like to change it.
All right, we're going to change that 7. Next card off the top of that deck. The 7 now becomes a king.
Lower.
Going on lower than a king. Good change. Another 7.
Freeze.
Not a freeze. He's literally going to do this 1 card at a time. But hey, anyway, he's got to do it to tie up the match here. All right, question 3. Back to you, Boris. This is an interesting one. I'm curious to see what the answer is on myself. We asked 100 people, would you rather dance like Michael Jackson or sing like Freddie Mercury? How many of the 100 people said they'd rather dance like Michael Jackson?
That's a tough one.
24.
24 out of 100 say they'd rather dance like Michael Jackson. Brody, higher or lower than 24?
Well, if you dance like Michael Jackson, then pretty much you'll be like a famous superstar. Or if you sing like a Freddie Mercury or somebody like that, then they could be pretty much like same thing. But I'm gonna say it'll be higher than 24.
Going higher than 24. Let's see what this answer is, because I'm curious to know myself. The actual number of people that rather dance like Michael Jackson versus sing like Freddie Mercury is 66. It is higher.
Whoa!
Wow.
Jeez!
Like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, 2/3 of the people rather be Thriller than sing the man himself. That's interesting, because I would have bet money it would have went the other way around. But all right, Brody, let's take a look at your base card for for second round of the match. It's a 6.
Change that card.
Okay. I'm gonna change it.
All right, changing it. The 6 next card off the top of the deck. The 6 now becomes a 9.
Oh,
A little worse.
I'll go lower.
All right, lower than the 9. No, it's a queen. You lose that base card. All right, Ron. Boris, we go to you now.
Get Ronnie on the line.
Let's go higher.
All right, call on from the 7. Higher than the 7. It's a
There
king.
we go.
And let's go. Could it be higher and could be lower? Let's go lower.
All right, going on. Lower than the king to tie up the match for $250. Lower than the king. Yes, it ain't. He gets it.
Oh!
Good job, Boris.
Nicely done, sir. You tied up the match. Each player now with 1 win and $250 in their bank. And now it's time for our third and final game, which is sudden death. We need 3 cards, 3 questions dealt out. And again, first person to make it to the end wins the game, goes on to play the money cards in this one. So we're going to go right into it, and this first question is going to go to you, Brody, on this one. We asked 100 people, would you rather never eat meat again or only eat meat for the rest of your life? How many people would become carnivores and only eat meat for the rest of their life?
Wow. Okay, so if you're not eating meat for the rest of your life, then you become like Lisa Simpson. You become a vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
But
First game.
but if you're like but if you want to eat meat for the rest of your life, then meat it would be good for you. It'll give you like a strong muscles. I would probably say 35.
35 out of 100 rather eat meat for the rest of their lives versus becoming vegetarian. All right, Boris, higher or lower than 35?
Higher.
Going higher than that. All right, the actual number of people that would rather only eat meat for the rest of their lives versus never eating meat again is... Answer is 67. It is higher. All right, for some reason it didn't want to come up there, but well done, Boris. You got control. You got control of this one, and let's take a look at your base card in this all-important tiebreaker match. It is a 3.
Oh.
Going on higher than 3. It's a 9.
Lower.
Risk it for the game and the match. Become the champion here on Card Sharks. Lower than a 9. No, it's a jack.
Oh my god.
All right, Brody, that means a free shot with you. You get to start with the 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. No, it's another 4.
Oh my god.
Oh. Neither one so far on this one. So we go to our second question. This one goes to you, Boris. We asked 100 people, would you rather be a character in an action-packed thriller or be a character in a romantic comedy? How many 100 people said they'd rather be a character in an action-packed thriller?
69.
69 out of 100 rather be the character in an action-packed thriller. Brody, higher or lower than 69?
That's a pretty good number, Boris. I think I'll go lower.
Going lower than 69. Actual number of people that would rather be a character in an action-packed thriller versus being a character in a romantic comedy is 59. It is lower.
Wow, he's up by 10.
All right, Brody, you got control of the board. You got the 4. What do you want to do with it?
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna go higher again.
All right, going on higher than a 4. It's a 9.
There you go. Oh man.
Okay, this time I'm not gonna do what Boris did. I'm actually gonna freeze on that 9.
Freezing on the 9. All right. All right, so you need 1 card to win. Boris still needs 2. We come to the final question of the game. This will decide who's going to go onto the money cards, and this one goes to you, Brody. We asked 100 people, would you rather be a professional athlete or be a famous actor? How many of our 100 people said they'd rather be a famous actor?
Wow, that's a tough call.
Oh gosh. Well, if you're a famous athlete, then you'll be pretty much you'll have to be like working out in the gym from time to time. If you're a famous actor, then you get to be in movies or TV shows. Read scripted lines. I would say probably somewhere in the middle. I'll say 45.
45 out of 100 would rather be a famous actor. Boris, higher or lower than 45?
Higher.
Going higher than 45. All important control on this one. I'm interested to see. I personally rather be a famous actor because I would say an athletic career can only last so long. You could be, if you're a good enough actor, you could be an actor for life. That's how I see it. Let's see the answer. The actual number of people that rather be a famous actor versus being a professional athlete is 67. It's higher.
Oh God.
All right, so Boris, you have control. Here's the situation here. You have a 3. You need both cards in order to win the match. Or you can play it, change the 3 if you like, or you can pass it to Brody, who has to play off the 9. If he calls it right, he wins the match. If he calls it wrong, you become the champion. How do you want to play it, sir?
I would like to risk it, and I would like to change the card, please.
All right, you're going to play it, and you're going to change the 3. All right, hoping for maybe a deuce or an ace. We'll see what happens there. Good luck to you as we change the 3. It now becomes an ace.
Oh no!
Lower.
Going on lower than the ace. It's a 4.
Higher.
For the game and the match, higher than a 4. It's a Quaid. He's done it. He's the champion.
Three. He changed a 3 and he won.
And won the ace. Congratulations to you, Boris. You are the champion. You got yourself $500. And you'll be playing the money cards in just a moment. Brody, thank you for playing, sir. You got to leave it out here at the end. You got $250 in cash for you. And with that, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with the money cards with Boris right after this. Welcome back to Card Sharks. Here we're here with our champion Boris, who won the game, got himself $500 in cash, and now he's going to have a chance to play, earn even more playing the money cards. All right, here's how this works. Boris, we're going to start you on that bottom row. We're going to give you $200. Bet your way across the bottom row. Do minimum bets of $50 each. Till you get up to the second row, we'll give you an additional $400 in cash. You can bet your way across again, minimum $50 bets and $50 increments. All the way till you get up to the big bet where you must wager half your money. And of course, you can change 1 card on each row with one of the 3 base bonus cards you have on the side there. All right? So hopefully we get a big. If you play it perfectly all the way up, you're going to walk away with over $32,000 in cash. So good luck to you, sir. Here's $200. I'm going to start you with this base card here on the bottom level. Start you with a jack.
Let's bet 100 on lower.
All right, $100. Lower than the jack. No, it's an ace. You lose $100, but you have an ace now.
Everything lower.
All right, let's get you back to $200. $100. Lower than the ace. It's a king. There you go. Back to $200.
There you go.
Lower than the king. Everything.
Betting it all again. $200. Lower than a king.
Make it lower.
It's a 6.
Hey.
There we go. Up to $400. We're gonna move you up to that next row. Give you the additional $400. Now have $800 in your bank, and you have that 6.
Let's change the 6 to card number 2, please.
All right. You want to change the 6 to the number 2. The next card off the top of the deck, the number 2. That 6 now becomes a 4. A little bit better for you.
700 higher.
Big bet on this one. $700 higher than a 4. No, it's a 3. Oh.
Good thing you didn't bet at all.
Yes, good thing you didn't bet at all. All right, you still got $100, and you got a 3.
Wow. $50 higher.
All right, minimum bet here $50. Hoping we get back on the right things. Higher than a 3. Yes, it's a 5. Up to 150.
Smart bet because he was on that one.
Okay, 100 higher.
All right, trying to get some money in that bank for the big bet. $100 higher than a 5. It's a 6. You're back up to 250 now, and we'll go all the way up to the big bet now. You have that 6. You must wager at least $125, Boris.
First, I would like to change the 6 to number 3.
All right, changing the card. Important change here. Hopefully it's a good one. That 6 now becomes a 9. Right up the middle. You must wager at least $125. What's going to be your big bet?
Let's bet $200 lower.
All right, $200. This is going to be for, you're either going to walk away here with $50 or $450. $200 lower than a 9.
Get low. Oh.
No, it's a jack. Well, maybe not necessarily the ending that we wanted to see there for you, Boris, but you are the champion now. You got $50 off the money cards. Add that to your upfront winnings now. You have a one-game cash total of $550, and you'll be joining us back here next time here on Card Sharks as our returning champion. All right?
Okay.
All right, well, congratulations to Boris. Congratulations to Brody. We're both picking up some cash here today. And thank you guys at home for watching this first episode of Card Sharks here on my channel. Make sure if you like the series, give it a like down below. And don't forget to share the video with all of your friends and neighbors. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, we've got great game shows here all the time. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. That way you never miss a video I drop here at MVG Productions. And until the cards are dealt out and we play a little more Card Sharks action, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you next time for another edition of Card Sharks. Take care. Bye for now, folks.